Tonight we have our car auction. We've nearly 200 cars from various finance houses, banks, and from different liquidations. It should be a very busy auction with buyers from all over Ireland.
2212. Best of luck to everyone. Some lovely product in tonight. Let's get underway with lot number one. Nice one to start. I started up, driver, but again, don't move the car. Start it up, but don't move the car after I sell it. Lot number one is a diesel bore, 1900 diesel indirect from Pierce Construction in liquidation and receivership on the O3. As you see it, best bid buyer, we're going to be on the O3. Get the away, we're going to be, what's that, 500, 5 to bid, at 500, number 500, number 500, at 5 to bid, 6, 7, 1,000, 11, 12, 13, 13 bid, number 13, 14, 15, 16, 2 bid, at 2,000 bid a half. Be with the number 2 bid, at 2, at 2, at 2, at 2,000 bid, number 2001, 21 bid, 2, at 22 bid, number 4 bid, at 22 bid, number 2, number 2, 3, 22 in the cab, at 23 bid, here, at 23 bid, number 2, 3, at 2300 diesel car, at 22 bid, with you, at 22 bid, number 2, 3, in the bottom number 2, 3, best bid, at 2300 I have, all finished yet, at 2,300 now, once, twice, what's the number, sir, 23, don't lose,
Ο Ρίκι Γουίλσον έχει κάθε λόγο να είναι χαρούμενος. Η δουλειά του πάει από το καλό στο καλύτερο. Οι δημοπρασίες είναι ίσως ο μοναδικός κλάδος επιχειρήσεων που ανθεί πλέον στην Ιρλανδία.
We have seen an increase in business since the end of 2007, which would correspond with the slowdown in the Irish economy. That corporate insolvency end of our business has increased by between 30 to 50% over the last 3 years, and that is primarily through to the increase in the company closures and repossessions happening in Ireland.
At 1,050, at 1,050, number 1,050, number 111, at 1,100, at 1,100, number 1,150.
The most cases we've handled have been in the construction industry. In those cases we would see everything from cranes to excavators, dump trucks, diggers, pickup vehicles, small tools, really every sort of bit of tool and equipment that a construction company would use in their day-to-day business.
What's the word? 2 to bid, 2 bid, 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 buy for gents, at 2 bid, 9, at 200, number 200, number 200 bid, last one we're going to do better, at 2 at 200, at 250, at 250 bid 3, at 300 bid value gents, at 3 at 3 at 3, Melanie number 300, at 3 at 3 at 3, last one we're going to do better, cheapest chips, at 300 now middle, at 1,050, at 1,050, number 111, at 1,050,
Η εποχή που ο κόσμος εκστασιαζόταν με τις επιτυχίες του Celtic Tiger έχει παρέλθει. Η χώρα μετά από 12 χρόνια εντυπωσιακής ανάπτυξης προσγειώθηκε ανώμαλα στην αγκαλιά του Ευρωπαϊκού Μηχανισμού Βοήθειας και του Διεθνούς Νομισματικού Ταμείου. Στην ίδια θέση με την Ελλάδα και την Πορτογαλία, αλλά για λόγους διαφορετικούς, που ωστόσο έφεραν το ίδιο αποτέλεσμα. Έσπρωξαν την Ιρλανδία από την κορυφή, από παράδειγμα προς μίμηση, στα πρόθυρα της χρεοκοπίας.
The Irish government has asked the European Union for financial aid to tackle its banking and budget crisis.
Tonight, European finance ministers said that package would be worth around 80 to 90 billion euros.
We, the Irish people, have to pay a debt of 50, 60, maybe 70 billion euros because of what the banks did. It had nothing to do with us, it is what the banks did. And it was the government that decided to place that burden on the Irish people. In all your answers to do with your own Brian Cow's culpability for the disaster that has happened in this country, you have talked about the advice you got, you've talked about the bankers and their culpability, the regulator and their culpability, the markets and how they've screwed us up and all that. At no stage have you acknowledged that you are the person now still holding public office who has most culpability for screwing up this country. Can you acknowledge that now?
I don't accept that, Vincent, at all, and I will defend my position throughout my political career in any decisions I took, the context in which I took them, and the rationale for taking them. And when circumstances change, then their policies have had to change.
What's your number, sir? Elegance model as well. So top model is that Paul.
For the first time in our history, we actually made money, which was in the 90s. And up until this burst, we made money, but we behaved as all groups do who haven't had a record in making money before. We blew it on a party, and we can't have a bunch of idiots running the place the next time, if there is a next time, that we make the type of money we've made as an economy in the past.
You don't think that you've contributed to the screwing up of this country?
I don't accept your contention, the premise to your question, that I am the bogeyman that you're looking for, no.
But you, who else? Who else in public office bears anything like the responsibility for the devastation caused to this country more than you?
I don't accept that, and I outlined in detail reasons why I can say that.
375, 15, 197 cents, ET, listen to this.
But in this case, the Cassandras were correct. And you know what happened to Cassandra. She wasn't listened to.
And finally, with regard to questions that you were asked before and debated before, maybe you won't debate it now. The reality is, and everybody bar you seems to know this, you're a liability, not just to your party, not just to your government, but to the country. Because nobody believes you. And also people know you're the guy most responsible for the chaos that has been caused. Don't you owe it as an act of patriotism to the Irish people to get out now?
Sorry, Vincent, I don't accept the premise of what you're saying.
Η Ιρλανδία ποτέ δεν φημιζόταν ως μια πλούσια χώρα. Ήταν περισσότερο γνωστή για τη φτώχεια και τους λοιμούς που συχνά αποδεκάτιζαν τον πληθυσμό. Όπως αυτός του 1845, όπου μέσα σε 7 χρόνια 1,5 εκατομμύριο άνθρωποι πέθαναν από την πείνα και άλλοι τόσοι έφυγαν από τη χώρα μετανάστες, κυρίως προς τις Ηνωμένες Πολιτείες. Ήταν μία από τις χειρότερες περιόδους της Ιρλανδικής ιστορίας. Σήμερα τα αγάλματα που θυμίζουν εκείνη την εποχή στέκονται απέναντι από τα πολυτελή κτίρια μεγάλων εταιριών και τραπεζών που μέχρι πρόσφατα άκμαζαν, σαν να υπενθυμίζουν στους Ιρλανδούς πως τίποτα δεν είναι μόνιμο ή δεδομένο. Ούτε η φτώχεια, αλλά ούτε και ο πλούτος.
I think you have to remember that the Celtic Tiger was really something that happened in the 1990s. So Ireland had been a very underdeveloped economy, and in the mid-1990s it began to grow very rapidly, largely as a result of American investment. So you had this huge boom in America, the IT boom. Out of that, you got a lot of the American multinational corporations had a huge amount of money to invest, wanted to invest it in Europe. Ireland was relatively cheap, was English speaking, had a lot of young labour, young well-educated people, so it was a great place for American investments. And that really kind of set off the Celtic Tiger as we know it.